lovies, and welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be a full face using Beauty Bay's most inexpensive or most affordable makeup. I only just discovered this morning that Beauty Bay are having a massive sale, so a lot of these products that I mentioned are probably going to be even cheaper now because of the sale. So obviously self-explanatory, this is Beauty Bay's most inexpensive makeup. However, some of the most inexpensive products I've tried, like their foundation, the Ordinary foundation, and hated it. So if something is really affordable and I've tried it and didn't like it, I won't be including it. And vice versa, if something is really, really affordable and I've tried it, I will include it. I hope that makes sense. I just don't want to feature junk products that I've already tried. Just because they're cheap doesn't mean that you guys need to have them in your life. I'm going to start off with primer. And the first primer I have here is from LA Girl. So I will just link to everything. They're the most inexpensive products. Basically what I did is I typed in primer and then went from price sorting low to high. And this was one of the cheapest ones. I feel like this is only like $3.50 or something like that. I've only used this once, I think, before in a full face of LA Girl, and I can't remember what I thought of it. So we're going to try it today. I don't know what sort of primer it is, if it's silicone, if it's... Oh yeah, it is a silicone primer. I reckon that would be pretty good for my oily skin. I just can't remember if I liked this primer. But for the price, I mean, you can't really be going wrong. I'm just going to apply that to my face. The Ordinary primer also was a really affordable primer, but I've tried that before and didn't like it, and hell if I'm going to be mentioning that again, because I feel like this one is a lot better. This actually feels really nice on my skin. So obviously next we're going to talk about foundation, and the most affordable foundation I could find was from the Ordinary. Next up was the Wet n Wild foundation, which I think is on sale for €3 at the moment. I hope it's still on sale for €3, guys, because if it is, run out and get it now because you will not regret it. I have 3 bottles of it here. I'm just trying to figure out what color I am at the moment. Okay, so I'm going to mix golden beige and cream beige today. This is like one of my holy grail foundations. So this being affordable just makes it even better. I absolutely love this foundation. I would pay €20 for this foundation. People say that this foundation smells like paint as well. I've heard that every single time I mention this foundation. They're like, how can you wear it? It smells like paint. And I mustn't have a delicate enough scent because I can't smell the paint off it. So I'm not including brushes in this because we're just going to do the makeup section. But if you want like a brushes video, maybe like most affordable brushes, like my favorite affordable brushes, then let me know and I'll definitely do that in due course. Obviously we're in the new year now, so let's do that whenever you guys want it. The coverage that you get from this is just out of this world. Honestly, I couldn't praise this foundation enough. I think as well as that, it's just got to do with the undertones in the foundation too, that they just match my skin fantastically well. And I just really enjoy everything about this foundation. I'm going to move on to the eyes next. There were so many eyeshadow palettes for affordable prices on Beauty Bay's website, which I thought was absolutely amazing. Majority of them were kind of like the Wet n Wild ones. This Wet n Wild palette I think was like €6, and then these small ones were like €4, something like that. So they are so inexpensive. But I have to say that the winner of affordability goes to these palettes. And guys, I raved about these in my drugstore favorites of 2018. I love these palettes so much. So these are the Makeup Revolution. They are the Reloaded palettes. I have the Iconic Division here, the top one, and the Neutrals too. The formula of these palettes are incredible. I absolutely love them and I highly rate them for you guys, so definitely check them out. I think I'm going to take this one today because it's been a hot minute since I used like really warm shades like this, so I think that's what we're going to put in our eyeballs today. They also had eye primers on there, so they had the Revolution Focus and Fix eye primer. That was like one of the most affordable ones, and then also the Wet n Wild eyeshadow primer. I don't like the Makeup Revolution one. I've tried it before and I just didn't get on with it, so we're going to use the Photo Focus one from Wet n Wild because this is just an incredible eyeshadow primer and I use this a lot. I reckon this is quite comparable to the primer potion from Urban Decay, and I remember when that primer potion was on the go and then I found this one, I was like, oh my god, it's even better than the expensive one. So I'm just going to take this brush and this kind of pale shade here, it's like a creamy shade. I'm just going to pat that all over my lid just to set my eyeshadow or set my base rather. Do you know what, guys? It's been so long since I've done like a cut crease or anything like that. And I think I might try something like that today. We'll see how we get on. But I'm first off going to, I think, start with a bit of a transition. So I'm going to try this shade here. I'm just going to pop that into my crease first off, just to get this look going. I want a mirror, I think, closer to me. I'll use my Beauty Bay Big Origin palette because it's just huge and the mirror is massive in it. So we'll use that just to do the eyes. Oh my god, I didn't blend out some of my makeup on my nose. Okay, so I'm going to pop that kind of like orangey shade just into the crease. Wow, that's actually a lot more pigmented than I remember. Okay, so next up, I think I'm gonna take this orange shade here. Well, it's a really bright, like orangey red shade, and I'm gonna pop that all over my lid. Ah! Scared. Okay, so this is obviously been dispersed on a fluffy brush, so it's not gonna be too overkill. I'm finding that I have to kind of go in a little bit more with this eyeshadow, to be honest, just to kind of pick up the product. I'm still getting that orangey red payoff. Do you know what? I'm happy with that. I look like I have two big red eyes, but I'm pretty happy with that and content. I just want to kind of blend out the harsh lines and just make sure that everything looks a bit seamless and effortless, and also that the eyes match. Okay, so to kind of blend out the eye a little bit more, I'm going to go in with this shade here. And now I just kind of want to add a little bit of depth on the outside. So I'm going to take this shade here, kind of like a purpley maroony shade. And I'm just going to pop that on the outer portion of my eye. So next I'm going to use the concealer to cut my crease. And these two are the most affordable concealers on Beauty Bay's website. So the LA Girl Pro Conceal, you guys know I'm obsessed with this. I think this is around €6-7 on the website. But this one definitely takes the cake because this is only €4 or €5, I believe. So we're going to go with the Wet n Wild. This is the Photo Focus Concealer. And I'm just going to take this onto my eyelid and just kind of cut the crease. And I guess the only kind of light colour I can take in this palette is one of these ones. Oops, I just hit myself in the nose. So either this one or this one. So they're the two kind of like shimmery shades. I'm thinking I want to go with this shimmery shade here. I'm just going to pop that all over the lid. Do you know what? For some reason that's not showing up that well. So maybe I'll just go in with this pinky shade here and just put it kind of like in the middle. I just want it to kind of shine a wee bit. So I'm putting this kind of shade here in the middle. It's like a rosy pink. It's beautiful actually. I'm also going to take the cream shade again and just pop that as my highlight underneath my brow bone and into the inner corner. It's very stark. Let's just blend that out a little bit with my finger. I'm going to continue now concealing underneath my eyes. So I'm going to go in with the Wet n Wild concealer since it's the most affordable one. And I'm just going to apply that underneath the eye. Just kind of clean up as well any mess. Actually, I think I might benefit a little bit from a lighter concealer. This shade is in medium peach. This one's in light ivory. So I'm going to mix the two just to kind of brighten up the under eye area. Light ivory is too bright and then the peach one is a little bit too deep. I'm going to blend this out with my Sigma HD or 3D HD sponge. Okay, so we're going to move on to powder, and the most affordable powder that I would use for underneath the eyes is this one here from Wet n Wild. This is technically supposed to be a bronzer, Reserve Your Cabana. I don't know why it was listed as a bronzer on the website, but it's not. It's a brightening powder or an under eye powder. Well, that's what I use it for. So I'm going to take this on a Sigma brush. I'm just going to pat this underneath my eye. This is like €2, I think, or €3 on the website. Really inexpensive. I know you can get Wet n Wild at Wet n Wild stands, but they don't have it in the UK, I don't believe, on stands. So you can get it on Beauty Bay, which is even better. For face setting powders, some of the most affordable ones were from Makeup Revolution. I have tried their face setting powders and hated them. Didn't keep me matte at all. But another really affordable one that I saw was the LA Girl Pro Face, and this is in the shade Creamy Natural. I hope this is my color. But this was really affordable as well, and I feel like I've used this before in an LA Girl makeup tutorial, but I just don't remember how I felt about it, so we're gonna see today. Ooh, it does feel quite nice on my skin actually. Brows would be a good option. So the two most affordable brow products on the website were from LA Girl. They're brow pencils. This is the Shady Slim, and then this Chocolate Brow Duo eyebrow powder from Miss Lynn. I thought this would be like Browsings, but it's not. It's just two powders. I thought one would be a wax and one would be a powder, but we'll see how we get on with them. I think I picked up the wrong color in this. I picked up the shade, ooh, what is this shade? Taupe, and I'm going to fill them in first with this and then go over with the powder if I feel I need to. I love my Catrice brow pencil, and that is really affordable. This one I'm not liking as much. I find it a bit hard to actually get the product on my brow. Really stiff, and it's broke on me twice now. Okay, so this is not the best brow product on the market, I'm not gonna lie. So I'm just gonna kind of go over it with this brow product, and I'm just going to take the darker side. No, actually I'm gonna take this side first. I'll do the darker shade in the front of my brow then. This isn't too bad. The brush is not great, but I mean, you can have your own, or use your own brush rather. But the powder itself is not bad. I think that may have fixed the whole situation, because that LA Girl one was not great. Shade's not great, and it kind of kept breaking, and it's just not a great formula, to be honest. So I'm going to fill in this brow, and then we'll continue what we were doing. Okay, so I want to add some mascara, and I'm going to go in with the Wet n Wild Renegade. This is the Lash Renegade mascara. This was really inexpensive on the website. They had loads of Wet n Wild mascaras on it, but personally this is actually my favorite one from the Wet n Wild mascara range. I don't find that I like too many of the mascaras, but this one I rate this one. So I'm going to finish off underneath the eyes, and I'm going to just go back into my palette. And I'm going to take this kind of, no, I'll go in with this peachy shade down here first and just kind of pop that underneath the lower lash line. And then I'm just going to take that dark maroon shade and just pop that kind of on the outside, just to match the top and the bottom eyes together. And then we'll just add some mascara to my lower lashes. Right, so I'm not going to put any falsies on today because I'm kind of happy with the way the eyes actually look with just mascara. I'm going to go and do bronzer now. And the two most affordable bronzers on the website were from Miss Lynn and from Makeup Revolution. So Makeup Revolution have obviously got the Ultra Contour Kit, which looks like this. So that is obviously a contouring kit, and this is not new. I'm obsessed with this, love it. And I've also tried this powder before. This was on my drugstore favorites of the year. This is Barbados Babe. But I've never tried this bronzer, so I picked this one up. This is Beach Please Bronzing and Contouring Powder. And it's just a little bit cooler than the other shade. So I think what I might do is I might like bronze my face with this one, and then like contour with the Makeup Revolution one. I really like the shade of this. It's quite cool. So it's not gonna like bronze me up too much. I don't really want to be like overly bronzed, because I think my foundation's dark enough. Just gonna add a little bit of definition to the face, I guess. And I'm just going to do a little bit of cheek chiseling with this shade here from the Makeup Revolution palette. Next up we have blusher, and tons of blushers were really inexpensive on the website. There was so many from like LA Girl, and I had like picked LA Girl up first because I was like, wow, that's super affordable, like €3 for a blusher. But then I was like, no, this is even better price and better quality, and you just get so much more in this palette. Obviously it's a no-brainer, you get more blushes and it's just a teeny bit more expensive. So that's why I wanted to include this, and I just love this palette. But the LA Girl blushes are great as well, and they had so many for such good prices. I was actually shook. The blush selection was really good. Okay, so this bit was a bit kind of like difficult for me because the LA Girl strobing highlighter was really inexpensive. And also I have the one from Wet n Wild, which was like €4 or €5. So these are really good quality. And for the price, I was just kind of like, wow, that's really, really good. So I was kind of a bit torn as to what to include. That's the LA Girl one. There was Miss Lynn highlighters as well for next to nothing. Oh God, I just can't stay away from that Wet n Wild one. Yeah, there was Miss Lynn for next to nothing, but I have tried one of their highlighters before and I don't like them. So for an extra couple of euro, these are much better choice. The other thing was the Ofra Mini. This is €10 and this is for Rodeo Drive and it's my favorite. This is the mini itself and I've had it for maybe 6 months and haven't really like used that much of it. So again, if you want to spend a tenner on a highlighter, go with this one. But if you want to be like a bit more kind of clever with your money, like spend €3-4 on a highlighter, then go with these ones. So I'm going to take the Wet n Wild one because it's been a hot minute and I just love it. This is, what shade is this one in? Precious Petals, I believe. Yes, that's it. I knew it. I knew it. It's just such a good highlighter. Like, oh my God, for the price. It's incredible. Okay, so now I'm glowing to the gods. I'm going to put on my lip liner, which has fallen somewhere. The lip liner that I found most inexpensive was BH Cosmetics. There's also the LA Girl ones were really inexpensive. The Wet n Wild ones were really inexpensive. I don't think I like the quality of them for longevity in comparison to the BH Cosmetics. This is really good and lasts so long on your lips. I just need a mirror right now. I'm using the shade Nude as well. And then finally for lips, I'm going to take the liquid lipsticks from Wet n Wild. These are the Catsuit liquid lipsticks. They had Jordana, they had LA Girl, they had loads of lip products. But I still go back to Wet n Wild because I think that Wet n Wild have like some of the most incredible lipsticks ever. And they're like €2. But I wanted to do their liquid lipsticks today because again, they're really inexpensive and I just feel like a liquid lipstick for today. But I highly recommend the lip product section on Beauty Bay because there was just so many choices. So I'm taking Rebel Rose first off, and I think these are down to like €3. I did have a look at these today. They're down to like €3 or €4. I'm just gonna tone it down a wee bit with Nudie Patootie. I think that works a little bit better with the eyes than just Rebel Rose on its own. Anyway guys, that basically completes my full face of Beauty Bay's most affordable makeup products, and I think we found some gems today and then some not so great products. I do think that the LA Girl primer is amazing. I really like that and it made my foundation go on super nice on top and like it feels just really nice on my skin. I'm also really digging, I'm bringing digging back, the LA Girl Pro Face. This was a really good pressed powder. It makes my skin feel so soft and really like that. The other thing that I really liked as well was the bronzer. I love these bronzers from Miss Lynn, but this shade is just really nice for, you know, adding a little bit of a bronze to the skin but nothing kind of like overkill. Obviously I love all of my Wet n Wild products. I can't but love them. And my eyeshadows from Makeup Revolution, just incredible. And the other thing that I liked that was surprising to me was also the Miss Lynn Chocolate Eyebrow. I thought that that was really good. I really like just the way it looks on my brows. I think it's a really nice colour. And then I think the biggest fail or miss of the day was the LA Girl Shady Slim Brow Pencil. I thought that I liked this more, which I was actually surprised that I don't like it at all, and I wouldn't recommend. And also I'm a bit sad about the Lash Renegade. I should have mentioned this as well when I was applying it. My issue is that I'm so attached to my Lash Princess from Essence that nothing can compare to it. Everything else is just kind of like crap compared to it. And I remember liking this a lot more. They don't look really short, but they don't look as amazing as they would normally when I wear the Essence ones. I still like the look of my lashes today and I wanted to go like a bit natural with the lashes, like because the eye makeup's like mad, but I'm not overly crazy about the formula of this. I just think it's, like I said, I'm just more into my Essence ones, that's all. Alright guys, so that is me done and dusted. I hope you enjoyed this video. If there's any other like websites that you want me to like check out the most affordable products from them, because I know like lots of websites do like a mix of different brands. I think Beauty Bay is just like the best though, like thebomb.com when it comes to like affordability mixed with high end and like just the shipping and everything about Beauty Bay is just amazing. I'm not sponsored by Beauty Bay, by the way. I just think that they just have a really well laid out website. So it kind of reminds me of what the Ulta website is like for those of you shopping in the US and Canada, that you kind of have a mix of high-end and affordable products all in the same website, whereas, you know, we use Beauty Bay for the exact same reason, and it has like such a range of products. Anyway guys, I'm rambling now. Thank you so much for watching today's video. Please give this video a thumbs up if you liked it. Let me know what other videos you want to see coming up on my channel in the new year. It's getting exciting because I'm planning out my nutrition videos and other videos coming up. So I hope you guys enjoy them as well. And I will talk to all you guys in my next video. Mwah!